Yo guys, it's John here with Option Lab. In this video, I'm going to be covering the bear call credit spread, how to enter the trade, when is the best time to enter the trade, and most importantly, how to make money with the bear call credit spread in 2025. I'm going to make this super beginner friendly, break it down step by step, how to enter these trades, how to make money with them, and by the end of this video, I promise you will feel more comfortable entering these trades. By the way, if you do want my full options trading course that explains all the strategies I trade every single day, hop in my free Discord. The link is in the description. Send me the word course in DMs. I'm having a ton of success with you guys so far, so shoot me a DM. Okay, so let's start with when is the best time and under what conditions do we want to enter the bear call credit spread. So number one, and most obviously, we want to be bearish on the stock, right? Number two is we want to look at IV rank. So if you're a total beginner, you need to understand this relationship. When IV is high, option premium is high, and since we're a net seller, that means we collect a higher premium for entering that trade. So in this case, I typically scan for an IV rank over 50. That gives me a good indication, and I'm bearish on the stock. That gives me a good indication that I want to be entering a call credit spread, or also known as a bear call credit spread. And this Tasty Bites chart is super helpful if you want to take a screenshot. That helps you guys kind of understand what, based on different conditions, what's the best type of vertical spread. So this is just sort of a short summary. I'm going to break everything down with a live example here. So let's go step by step and make this as simple to understand as possible. So I wrote down 4 steps here. The first step is super simple. Choosing a stock that you think will decline in value and the date at which you think it will decline in value, right? Because that's going to inform us on the expiration we choose. Ideally, we want to have higher IV, like I said, because that means option premium is going to be higher. So next, and most importantly, and this is the part, if you're just getting into this, you want to think of this as setting a price ceiling. This is the price you think the stock will stay below by expiration. And the mechanics of this is actually the call you're going to sell, right? So when we set up a bear call credit spread, and this might be a good time to kind of transition into the chart here, the lower leg is the one you're going to want to sell. So let's kind of go through that. And just to finish off here, step 3 is buying a call at a strike price higher than your price ceiling, and then calculating risk reward of the trade. So let's actually do that live. Okay, so we have a stock here. This is XYZ stock. It's trading at 120 right now. So you have a prediction that this stock is going to continue going down, or at least not only do you think it might go down, you might think it might just stay in place and it's not going to go that much higher. So we're going to take a bearish position. So we now have step 1 checked. Next, we're going to set our price ceiling. This is the price we think the stock will stay below. So in this case, I chose the 125 call, and as you can see here, that's the call that's -1, right? It's the one we're selling to open. And for selling that call, I receive, like money handed to me, $110 credit. So this is the strike price right here that by expiration, I think the stock will stay below. And then what I'm doing is step 3, which is I'm buying a call with a strike price higher than my price ceiling. So in this case is the 126 call. So now by expiration, as long as it stays below 125, I keep that credit that I received for entering the trade. So the max gain in the case of a bear call credit spread is the net credit received. And the max loss we calculate by taking the width of the 2 strike prices right here minus the credit received, right? Because to differentiate between a naked call where we purely receive a credit, in this case, we're adding this protective leg to make it a limited risk trade. We're paying a debit for that protective leg. So in this case, we're going to take the strike width, which is $1. And in this case, really, we can think of this in a multiple of 100. So $100 minus the credit received. So the credit received is going to be 110 minus 70. And actually, to make this more accurate, it's the net credit received, right? Because we have to subtract out the debit. So in this case, our net credit is going to be $40. So our max gain then is going to be $40. And our max loss, because we're taking the strike width minus the net credit, is $100, which is the width of those strikes, minus the $40 to get $60. So in summary, as long as the stock stays below 125 by our expiration, we make 40 bucks, and even if it skyrockets to 1,000, our max loss is only 60. Okay, and obviously you could enter this in multiple, right? So this could be minus 10 and plus 10. So the last step, how do we actually choose these strike prices? Because that's kind of the magic question that people don't know. And also, how many days till expiration? So let's try to answer those questions here. So you guys kind of have the mechanics of this down. And by the way, I explain this in far more depth in my full course, which I have for free in my Discord. So the delta, ideally, right, and maybe it's actually easier to talk about days till expiration. I'm typically going 21 to 45 DTE, and there's a lot of back testing on this, that this time frame based on theta takes advantage of theta the most. It allows time decay to work in our favor. And then for the delta of this option, and remember, each option has a delta associated with it, I'm typically choosing something in the 0.3 to 0.2 delta. That equates to a 70 to 80% roughly probability that this stock is going to stay below this strike price by expiration. So, like I said, if you need more understanding on that, I have other videos on it. Okay, so let's go to the next page. So a live example, here you are as the trader, you're saying, I think Apple will stay below 125 by July 30th. So you've now chosen your strike price that you think it's going to stay below. This represents your price ceiling. And you've chosen the date that you think it will stay below by. So what would you enter here? You've picked now your expiration, which is 7/30, and you think it's going to stay below 125, so that's the leg you're going to sell, which is why it's in red here. And then you're going to buy a call right above that, which in this case I chose the 126. And remember, we're entering this as one trade. We're not entering this separately. So you can enter this as one trade, and you can get all your risk and reward metrics in that order screen. So I copy this text over, so let me erase this because it's not a bull put spread. It is a bear call spread. Okay, so like I said, we've already run through this. We saw that we're collecting a $40 credit to receive and that to open the trade, and then we're taking the width of that the strikes minus our credit received to get a $60 max loss. So let's just go through some in summary here to finish off the video. Questions to ask yourself when you're entering the bear call credit spread. So number one, did I choose a stock I am bearish on and has a higher IV? Higher IV, higher option premium, and we're bearish. So yes, in this case, I said it's going to stay below 125 by expiration. Question number two, what price do I think the stock will stay below? That's setting my price ceiling. In this case, I chose 125. Three, did I buy a call above my ceiling that I set? Yes, I bought the 126 call. And number four, what needs to happen for me to make money. So max profit will be achieved when if Apple, in this case, stays below the price ceiling, which is the leg we're selling, at 125. In this case, both options will expire out of the money and we collect our max profit of $40. The max loss will occur if Apple goes above both strikes. So in this case, if the stock ends at, say, 130 by expiration, both of these will be in the money and we will incur a max loss of $40 or $60. So the benefit of this is it decreases your buying power significantly and it protects you, right, on the upside that if this were to be a naked call, you'd now be short the shares if it were to skyrocket. But in this case, it creates a limited risk, limited reward scenario that's very friendly for small accounts. So if you guys did find this video useful, like and subscribe for more content. And if you haven't already, join up to my free Discord. I'll message you guys personally, each one of you who join, and share it with a friend who might be interested. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.